you know, it's interesting in this situation to have all of these grown children who are very articulate spokespeople for Donald Trump and also Hillary Clinton and Chelsea Clinton. Let's take a look at some of their work on the trail.
This is the first generation that we know we're handing our kids a lesser America, with less opportunity, with less hope, and it's because of politicians. It's because of politicians. So let's shake up that system. Let's drain the swamp.
Comprehensive tax reform is critical. Dramatically decreasing taxes on business.
To always continue to invest in and prove that we are stronger together.
Guy, your thoughts on how effective these young people have been for these candidates?
Well, I go back to the second debate, particularly as it pertains to Trump, Martha. There was that famous final question after a very acrimonious and at times personal debate. I think the final question from one of the town hall attendees was, can you please try to say something nice about the other person? And Mr. Trump said that Hillary Clinton's a fighter and she never quits. And what Mrs. Clinton said was, I really admire Donald Trump's children. They are really high-quality people, and that reflects on Donald. And so I think that that spoke to a sentiment that many Americans share, regardless of what they feel about Donald Trump. He's quite a piece of work, but he has managed to help parent some very well-adjusted, successful kids, and it's something that a lot of people do admire about him. So including Hillary Clinton. So putting those kids out front and center on this home stretch, I think, probably makes a pretty good deal of sense.
I mean, they are very powerful speakers and very articulate on policy as well when they come out in support of their father, Donald Trump. And I would not be at all surprised, I've said many times, to see some of these individuals pursuing political careers of their own if this does not go the way that they all planned for their father. That's them when they were clinching the nomination on the floor of the convention in Cleveland this summer. And there's the whole group. Let's take a look at the women vote right now in terms of the most recent polling. This comes in from CBS New York Times, and you can see just the enormous gap. Hillary Clinton 50%, Donald Trump 36%. And again, Guy, you know, you have to wonder why Melania and Ivanka's done a ton of traveling, but not a ton of, you know, sort of high-profile interviews and speaking engagements. Yeah, there have been generally, overall, I would say, a dearth of female surrogates, high-profile female surrogates for Trump on the We do have to point out that Kellyanne Conway is his campaign manager, though. The first one to manage a presidential campaign, so that's pretty striking.
That is true, but again, you just named 3 of them, and 2 of them have been more or less MIA for the last couple of weeks, or at least taking a lower profile, which was interesting as Trump was coming out and really trying to stiff-arm all these various allegations from women about sexual misconduct in the past. Having a lot of male faces defending him, I think, was maybe less effective than having females, women in his life, defending him. And that's when Melania Trump finally sat down and did a series of interviews, including with our own Ainsley Earhardt and a few other networks. I thought Melania's answers and the way that she presented that situation was vastly better than some of the service that he had received from some other people in his camp. So, and by the way, I think there's a two-pronged approach here, Martha, where you have the humanizing and the family connection in these final few days, and then also, of course, the candidate himself, and then lots of surrogates and people in the media talking about the other major element of this race, which is the FBI dual investigations into Hillary Clinton that Brett Baer reported right here from D.C. last night, a real bombshell.
All right. Yep, we're going to be talking about those quite a bit because there's some new developments on that as well. Guy, thank you very much.
Thank you.